Hello everyone, welcome to Geography's Chapter 4 Atmosphere, Weather and Climate. This is part 1. The topics which we will be covering in this particular chapter are importance of the atmosphere, composition of the atmosphere and structure of the atmosphere. Let's have some introduction. Okay, atmosphere is the blanket of air that surrounds the earth. The word atmosphere is derived from the Greek word atmos, meaning vapor, and spera, meaning sphere. It is the thin envelope of air that surrounds the earth. It extends for about 700 kilometers into space. Now let's come to the topic importance of the atmosphere. Atmosphere is basic to the survival of life on earth. Atmosphere protects us from fierce heat of the sun by day and keeps the earth's surface warm at night by trapping the sun's heat. In the picture, it's visible, clearly related to the environment and the atmosphere. It contains gases that sustain life and moisture that provides us water. Now let's see composition of the atmosphere. The Earth's atmosphere is a colorless, odorless and tasteless mixture of gases. Nitrogen, which is 78%, and oxygen, which is 21%, form the bulk of the atmosphere. Bulk means in huge amount. The remaining 1% consists of gases like argon, hydrogen, helium, ozone, and carbon dioxide. This is the picture related to composition of air where we find 78% nitrogen and 21% oxygen, and remaining 1% we can find here related to different other gases. Now let's see the importance of the different percentage of the gases. Nitrogen 78%. It is the most abundant gas which helps in maintaining soil fertility and promotes the growth of plants and animals. Let's see oxygen, which is 21%. It is the second most important gas for survival of living beings. Human and animals take in oxygen from the air during breathing. Now carbon dioxide, which is 0.03%. It is essential for survival of plants. During photosynthesis, they take in of CO2, that means carbon dioxide, that the humans and animals release during respiration. Carbon dioxide is one of the greenhouse gases that traps the heat energy from the sun when being radiated out of the earth. Now let's see what is global warming. Rising of the earth's temperature due to increase of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere that trap heat. It is known as global warming because globally, the whole world is being disturbed. That's why it is known as global. And warming means it is affecting with the heatness. So it is well known as the global warming. Now ozone. It is another important gas in the upper atmosphere which acts as shield protecting earth from harmful ultraviolet rays. Let's see structure of the atmosphere. The atmosphere is divided into 5 main layers, that is troposphere first, second is stratosphere, third is mesosphere, fourth is thermosphere, and exosphere is the last. This is the picture which is showing you related towards different stratas of the atmosphere. Now let's see the description of troposphere. It is the lowest and the densest layer of the atmosphere. The word tropo is derived from a Latin word meaning change. The average thickness of troposphere is 13 km. The temperature decreases with height. The rate of dropping of temperature is 1 degree Celsius per 165 meter ascent. Means as we are going in the upper altitude, the temperature decreases. This is known as the normal lapse rate. This is the layer where all weather phenomena takes place. Let's see second one, that is stratosphere. It extends up to a height of 50 km and lies above the troposphere. It is a dry zone free of the winds and weather phenomena. Planes usually fly in this layer because the air is very still and it is free of clouds. The lower stratosphere contains the ozone layer that protects us from the harmful ultraviolet rays of the sun. This layer is also termed as ozonosphere. In the diagram you must have seen, in the stratosphere we are having the ozone layer also to be visible. Now let's see mesosphere. This layer lies from 50 to 80 km above the Earth's surface. Meteors from space mostly burn up in this layer, creating shooting stars. Now the next layer is thermosphere. This extends from 80 to 450 km into space. Temperature increases rapidly with increase in height. It is also called ionosphere because of the presence of electrically charged particles called ions. Radio waves transmitted from the earth are reflected back to the earth by this layer. Now lastly, exosphere. This is the uppermost layer of the atmosphere where very light gases like helium and hydrogen are found. It thins out further and gradually merges into space. Now, one of the important or interesting fact which we are going to speak up, that is wonderful to know. During daytime, the carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere absorbs the heat and prevents the earth from becoming too cold at night. This phenomenon is known as greenhouse effect. What it is known as? Greenhouse effect. You are familiar with this word in your science subject also. Now let's come to the topic which is weather and climate. This is one of the term with which you are familiar already in the previous class. But let's see this in descriptive way. The state of atmosphere at a specific time at any one particular place is weather. It may change from day to day or even within the same day. Climate is explained as the average weather condition over a long period of time. Now, one question is there, did you know? Meteorologists are the scientists. Means the question is, who are the meteorologists? So the answer is, meteorologists are the scientists who study the weather and try to predict what will happen next. Now, next question arises that what is meteorology? So it is actually the branch of science that deals with the study of weather. Okay. Now, next question arises, what is climatology? So, the branch of earth science that deals with the study of climate is termed as climatology, and the scientists who deal with it are called climatologists. Okay, these are important facts which you should be having the knowledge. Now, let's see what are the different elements of weather and climate. These are the new topics which we are discussing with you all. Okay. The main elements that determine weather and climate of a place are temperature, pressure, wind, and rainfall. Temperature. The degree of hotness or coldness of the air is termed as temperature. Solar radiation is the heat which we receive on Earth's surface. It is also termed as insolation. The Earth does not receive same amount of heat everywhere. Due to the shape of the earth, sun's rays are more or less direct over the tropics and oblique over the polar areas. The amount of insolation decreases from the equator to the poles. The zone of maximum insolation is the torrid